was linked with that job with Port Vale, and I didn't get it. So the fans gave him stick. Why did you not give Jimmy the job? So he came out. It's just an excuse. It's being a coward.
I'm good. I'm going to read off my notes for this because I want to get this context and question right. But in 2014, the Port Vale chairman said he removed your name from consideration to be their manager as he was worried about the racist elements of his club's fan base and that they'd abuse you. And earlier this year, a report by the Black Footballers Partnership revealed that 43% of Premier League footballers are black, but only 4.4% of managers in English football are black. Now, I know you've spoken about the fact that that you haven't experienced racism and that you want to and that you very much believe you've got your jobs on your merits, etc. I mean, can we maybe talk about that? Put a bit of context around it.
Yeah, we can. The owner at Port Vale is a coward. At the time, I don't know his name, but and I said that if somebody is the right person for the right job, doesn't matter what his background is. If he's the right person for the right job, then give him that job.
Just so I understand, did he tell you at the time he'd removed you, or you found out after the fact?
He didn't. He said that after I went to Burton Albion and I started doing really, really well. So then he needed to come up with an excuse because I was linked with that job with Port Vale and I didn't get it. So the fans gave him stick. Why did you not give Jimmy the job? So he came out. It's just an excuse. It's being a coward.
I mean, do you think the game's moving in the right direction to address the disparity between?
I didn't get an interview. Why? I don't know. I can't tell you. I didn't get an interview. I only want to get a job because they think that I'm the right person for that job. And I do know that a lot of black ex-players don't want to go and take their badges because of they think that we don't get a chance. We don't get a fair chance. And if you look at the numbers, then you would say, yes, but it's not only about the numbers. What you also need to look at is how many black managers, qualified black managers are there, or coaches. How many are there? And then you have to do the numbers. And then you need to have a look at how many of these black managers are applying for jobs and how many get interviewed. You know, then you can make a real assumption.
Are we saying, I mean, forgive me if I'm misunderstanding, but are we saying that maybe to pitch 4.4% against 50% is almost like a sensationalized statistic for the sake of the press? And if we actually backwork this and say, well, hang on a minute, there's not even enough people taking the badges in the first place, which then means there's not enough people who are even able to be it. There's then not enough people who are good enough to be it. Does that make sense?
In a way, yes, but I want to know those facts first before I can give you the right answer. You know, I can only give you an answer of my experience. Yeah, and my experience is that I don't get interviewed. That's my experience. I was always told, Jimmy, start in League 2. Yeah. And then start small and then do well and then you will get an opportunity higher. other players who are white, who has got a more or less a name like me or bigger, they don't have to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So that is my fact. Yeah, and Patrick Vieira would say the same. Thierry Henry would say the same. Sol Campbell will say the same. Those are their facts. You know? But the numbers, I can't tell you the exact numbers. You know? And I've seen a podcast with Barnes. What's his name? Oh gosh. Podcast with Barnes and the guy from Talksport.
Oh, Simon Jordan.
Simon Jordan, yes. And in a way, I was intrigued, and it was about this subject, and I listened to it, and I'm feeling that Simon did not get what it was really about. And he went to say, well, I was the Crystal Palace owner, but I had no black managers applying for the job. Barnes said, yeah, because we think we would not get it anyway. And he is saying, yeah, but is that not wrong? I would have given somebody a chance. Mm-hmm. And then he starts talking about Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe says, I don't want to go and do my badges because I'm not going to get a fair chance anyway. So why do my badges? Simon Jordan said, that is wrong. That's not wrong. If you feel you're not going to get a chance in somewhere, you're not going to pursue that, would you? If you think,
I mean, I get what you're saying, and obviously as a white guy, it's more difficult for me to have a conversation.
But think,
if I don't put my hat in the ring.
Okay, but think about something else. If you want to be this, you want to set up a company, a security company, but your company is not going to get any contracts. You know already your company is not going to get any contracts. Would you still set that up?
I mean, I don't know if this is a fair analogy. I'm trying to think.
It's not a fair analogy.
No, not what you've said. What I'm about to say. I mean,
yeah.
I was going to say. So you know, I have a let's say a colourful and parts problematic past in business. You know, I've had a bankruptcy, had some other insolvency events, and when it comes to things like the FCA, I am very much persona non grata. Now, I guess I've got two choices. You know, I mean, if I go and talk to any mainstream person in compliance, in law, they'll be saying, don't even attempt. You know, the FCA will not go anywhere near you. But then there's a lot of businesses that I want to do that need it, and I guess I've got two choices. You know, I can either I can say, well, fuck it, I'm not going to enter this market because they're never going to deal with a person like me, or I can say, well, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to try what I can do. I might kick up a PR stink and tell people, let the world know how wrong the FCA are for not giving me a chance 20 years later. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to do my best because I actually do want to do it. I'm not going to let them tell me what I can't.
Yeah, do. Okay, but that is fine. But a lot of other people choose a different route, and I can understand that. Rightly or wrongly, I can understand that.
But you didn't choose that route?
No, I didn't choose that route because I had Steve McLaren who said, Jim, come and have a look what I do. And then he said, Jim, do you want to be my first team coach? He asked me, and I said yes. And then he helped me with my badges, and I got my badges. And then he was the one, he was actually the one who called for me, the Port Vale chairman.
Okay.
And he was actually one who put my name forward and said, you should speak to Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. And he never spoke to me, the chairman. And then when the Burton job came up, he was the one, Steve McLaren, that said to Ben Robinson, who's the owner of Burton Albion, you should actually speak to Jimmy. And they spoke to me, and they liked what they saw, and I got the job, and I was a success at Burton. So that's a different way, and I want to be in it. I feel that there is a niche for me in the coaching or managerial or whatever world in football. So I can understand what Jermaine Defoe is saying, because it is difficult. But I am not that kind of person.
Sure.
I'm a little bit what you are saying. I will still have a go. I'm still having a go, and I'm with England because first of all, Garrett knows me from my Middlesbrough time, and knows the person that I am, and he believes in me, and he gives me the chance to be with him and to help him. Black or white, he doesn't look at me like that. And I know that, because I've played with him for 2 years. And he was always around everybody. He was with the white guys, he was with the black guys. He was joking with us, he was giving us stick. He was being tough on us, as a captain when he needed to be. Regardless of what background we are. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So now I'm working with the guy.